welcome back to Radcliffe Radio for Matchday 13, where Radcliffe host Darlington. 325 days on from their last meeting at the Newman Stadium. Yeah, there was he. It will be Maynard that will leave this one for Hewalt to take. Initially thinking about taking it himself, but opts against it, and it will be Hewalt that will get the borough back underway. Sends it towards that right-hand side. Headed away, though, by Darlington. Then nodded even further away by Platt, but only as far as Greenfield. Greenfield out to the left-hand side for John Taylor. Up against his opposite, number 11. Delivers into towards the box. It's just about cleared away, but only as far as Afua, who strikes it across the face of the box. It's not completely dealt with until now, where Clegg is just about had his effort cleared off the line, but it's a shot that comes in from Taylor, blocked again. Much better this from Radcliffe. Before going back towards Maynard, who's going to be in a bit of a foot race with Main. And now Greenfield challenged, but challenged fairly, and now Main can lead the counter charge for the Quakers, driving further and further forward down this left-hand side unopposed. Will he play the ball in across the box? He'll play it towards the back post, where it'll be brought down by Quakers' man. It's well blocked by Roscoe, but it's still bouncing around for McGowan, who's then recycled it back out to Main, just inside the penalty area. Back now to Quakers' man, who gets a shot off on goal. It looked like it was Headley. Wasn't all too far away. It was rising towards the top corner, but in the end just bent away from Matt Hewalt's right-hand post.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to float one over towards that top right, top left corner for the visitors, but was unable to find it. He's put too much curl on it, but end-to-end stuff there.
Barrow goes inside for Platt once more before completing the 1-2. And now at the feet of Scott. Scott to Forbes, looks to play it down the line, looks to play it in the channel for Main, but Glendon intercepted well, but before playing it into the nutcracker of a Darlington man, and it is picked up by Afua, who helps it on down the line towards Rio Clegg, now dancing in the penalty area, looking to play it across the face of the box, and it's a penalty kick. He is just clipped to the floor by his man. It was a stray leg in the penalty box from a Darlington body, and Radcliffe got the chance to open the scoring in this one.
Yeah, look, it was clear as day. Just say Rio doing his thing there, was able to create the space.
Clegg versus Jameson. The whistle has now sounded from Rio Clegg. What will the outcome be? A few steps now, but it's saved by Jameson, and the game remains level.
It's a weak penalty. It's probably one of the worst penalties I've seen him take in his time in Radcliffe colours. It was low. Didn't have enough pace on it, and wasn't far enough in the corner in the end.
From that left-hand side, once again Taylor offering himself as the short option, but once again he'll make his way to the penalty area before it's delivered in. Now it's flicked on by a Darlington body, it looked like. And now it'll be picked up at the back post by Barrow, who helps it round the corner for Scott. A little bit of a chance for a counter-attack for the Quakers. Now at the feet of McGowan. Drifts into the centre before playing it towards Forbes. Forbes driving further and further forward for the Quakers. Takes a nice little step inside. Plays it to Main before it's a shot off on goal from McGowan. But always rising. Lent back a little bit too much on that one, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I didn't like how the crosser had too much time though to get the ball in. Personally, anyway, it's too easy. Frankly, the cross wasn't the greatest and was easily dealt with, but that's the only bad thing I didn't like about it. Other than that, shape was solid.
Here is Barrow. Barrow to Maskell. Maskell to Main in the centre. Now at the feet of Allen, just inside the penalty area. Now the body of Main, who can get an effort on goal. It's a great save by Hewalt, who just palms it away behind for a corner kick. He's arrowing towards that top corner, but watched the flight of the ball well. Yeah,
as well struck, wasn't it, by Cedric Main there. Was able to work himself half a yard. Got decent, generated a lot of power on it. And as you say, Hewalt pushed it away out to his left-hand side, high and wide.
Still just drifts in field now, just outside the penalty area now for Sargent, who turns back and goes out to the left once more for his midfield partner in Greenfield. Plays it back towards Sargent, towards the byline, plays it across the face of the box, and Clegg gets there first. And it's picked up by Sargent, and it's in the back of the net. It's a fantastic effort from Matt Sargent. Unleashed an absolute cracker, all the venom behind the ball, and he just dispatches it past the helpless Pete Jameson, who was probably unsighted to it. Oh, it's offside. After all has been and done and said, it's an offside decision that goes against the Borough. Again, to take on the left. He's got Maskell in close proximity, goes towards Scott, who was further down the line. It's being just held off by Thuay before it's returned and then cleared away by Glendon. Now there's going to be a bit of a foot race between Forbes and Dudley. Forbes gets there first, but Dudley robs him of possession inside the penalty area. Now that's a penalty kick, and it's a second penalty kick for the Borough.
Well, Radcliffe put the ball in the net. Let's try this one again, shall we?
I'll let you do this one.
It will
38
be
minutes on the clock.
Clegg to take once more. 12 yards out again against Jameson at the second bite of the cherry. Clegg, it's in the back of the net. Death taxes. Rio Clegg goals are inevitable in life. It's goal number 10 for Rio Clegg, who dispatched it past Pete Jameson, who went the right way, but the power was telling.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say it much on comms as we started speaking then.
A quick 1-2 between him and Dudley. And now into the centre for Roscoe. Out to the right-hand side for Thuay. He's got Roscoe on the overlap, but he goes into the corner for Glendon, who gets his shot off. It's well saved and well blocked by Pete Jameson, but it's a fantastic Freddie ball from Michael Thuay, who just split the lines beautifully there. And George Glendon nearly notched up his first goal of the season.
Yeah, he's not known for his goal scoring.
Had that ended up in the back of the net, though, you wouldn't have said it would have been against the run of the play.
Not in the last 25 minutes or so in terms of that, but we'll see. It still could be the case following this corner.
Which is taken now by Thuay. Oh, it came off the crossbar from a header from Maynard. And that will be the last act of this first half. Sends it straight down the barrel, up towards the left of centre, nodded on by Lees, where Rio Clegg gets there first. Out to Taylor, who skips past his man beautifully on this left-hand side. Disguised ball into the box for Rio Clegg again. Plays it across the face of the box. Was just asking to be stabbed home, but in the end just flashed all the way across and out play for a throw. But a chance there for Dudley to get in on the act, and probably should have.
I was waiting for you to say Dudley's name there.
And it will be sent down the line again from Scott Barrow, headed away by Thuay once again. Now Dudley tries to set it back for Sargent, does do really well there, Dudley, to win possession back for his side before there is a cheap free kick awarded in the Radcliffe favour. And then it's Glendon, plays it around the corner now for Rio Clegg, strikes it just over the top in the end.
Not just over the top, he's just really went with pure power right, but it hits the face of this main stand.
Quick. Jameson now throws out to the left for Barrow, who once again is probably enjoying the lion's share of the touches in this one. Goes for the long ball towards Maskell, who heads on towards Cedric May. Now in the penalty area, strikes it off the post, and it's still at McGowan's feet. It's well blocked, but I think it's Callum McFadzean on the line.
It was.
And it's behind for a corner, but desperate defending that from the Borough. And well, Darlington turned defence to attack really quickly there and nearly drew this game level.
Yeah, straight up Route 1 football, lumps one to the big man. He's one that headed down. Cedric May running through and goal, tried to catch him out of the near post, but hits the post.
Radcliffe have reacted.
He opened up that one for Sargent to get the strike on the goal, and he fully took that invitation. Just stayed quiet.
He's not the usual culprit to take on a chance, is he? But hang on a second, the corner's been taken quickly, and now Thuay delivers in towards the box, headed more so up in than away. Now Maynard's got the ball at his feet, well charged down by Darlington, and no, it's a great save by Jameson. Reaches Maynard, who just lashes at it, and it's over the top, and it's all the way over the top of the stand. Radcliffe have reacted, but they're still yet to find that all-important second goal.
There was openings and openings there, but nothing.
For Darlington progressing down that left-hand side up against Sargent now, just drifts in field, just inside the penalty area, plays it across the face of the box, but well intercepted by McFadden. Reaches Cedric Main, who just gets a shot off, but it's a long way off the target. It looks promising for the Quakers.
It wasn't too far away. Keywell was rooted, and if that's a couple of yards,
and now Greenfield out to the left again for John Taylor, who's going to probably have the running off Headley once again. Being sent the long way round, clips the ball in, does take a touch off Headley on the way back through, but it's not completely dealt with by Barrow, and it bounces into the favour of Fouet, who's twisting and turning inside the penalty area, strikes it, well blocked though by Platt, but Radcliffe will retain possession with Taylor, who picks it up over on this left-hand side up against Headley, plays it back into the centre now for Greenfield, inside for Glennon, up towards Jordan Hume. Twisting and turning inside the penalty area. Oh, it's a great last-ditch tackle. There's a back heel by Jordan Hume. It's the cheekiest of finishes from Radcliffe's number 9. It's a beautiful finish. Everything that man touches turns to gold. Enters the pitch only a matter of minutes prior and dispatches an invaluable second goal in this one.
What a bit of genius play. He bulldozed his way through, barrage through. That's a big number 9. And then he faced the sliding challenge, and then he's facing away from goal. What's the only way to score from there? He backheels it through the legs of Jameson, and Radcliffe have found it. Type feel now.
Would it be fair to say a little bit of a sucker punch, maybe?
Quite possibly, it's like probably how they feel, but Radcliffe have got to go for the kill, and it looks like they're going to say.
What a pass from Clegg to find a Fouet just inside the penalty area now, twisting and turning inside the back of the net. It's Magic Mikey who provides an unbelievable guided finish past the reach of Pete Jameson, who can only just watch it glide past him, and in the matter of 2 minutes Radcliffe have conjured up a third goal.
Yeah, right. We talked about that second one being a sucker punch. I think that's definitely the sucker punch now. This could be in the space of
just hobbling at the minute. Doesn't look promising for Fouet.
Doesn't look too comfortable.
Just seeing if there's a player that's stripped off ready.
I'd imagine if the player is ready, just to take a Fouet off now, don't risk him make it any worse, it seems. But that set piece comes in now.
It's in the back of the net. It's a goal back for Darlington. I'm not sure who's headed it home. It's caught us off guard. There's 10 minutes left, and Darlington have reduced the deficit to 2.
I don't know if Hewett feels like he was impeded, so I don't know if Hewett was like punched that one back into his goals or something.
Well, I'm not too sure who's going to get the plaudits. Fair to say that goal makes things interesting.
Yeah, it changes the aspects of these remaining 10 plus minutes. You can imagine it'll be a little bit of added time to come. So Radcliffe will start to stay switched on. The Hume feels like he's dragged to the fore, but not given. And it gives Darlington a chance really in terms of momentum if they can use it to try and work themselves back into this.
Crossfield switch from Barrow to what looked to be McGowan, who caught it sweetly, but in the end a long way over the top and a long way wide, but treated to a goal or an assist. But he's very much a player that's very much involved in the build-up to goals. Here come the Quakers though. I think at Fouet just off the pitch, just in a little bit of discomfort momentarily, but Radcliffe down to 10 provisionally. Greenfield sends it up towards David Ball, and that is the full-time whistle. Radcliffe do hold on to make it 6 unbeaten in the league.